as people often call it, and show people that being empathetic and being a real person and being a human being is actually a plausible strategy for some. It's a reasonable way to live. And I do see snippets as I become more perennially online. I start to see snippets of young people who have their own streams, who will play right-wing manosphere grifters, and they'll be like, honestly, I don't know how anybody actually falls for this. And this is 15 and 16-year-olds, and whether or not they're little drops in the bucket or they're a greater trend of people realizing that the grifting is obvious and kind of embarrassing, it does give me hope. Very famously, there is an episode of South Park early on in the show's run where Pokemon is all the rage. I think they call it Chim Pokemon in South Park. And the parents do everything they can to get their kids to stop being addicted to these toys. And they realize at the end of the episode that the way to get young people to stop liking anything is for the parents to like it. And once the parents like it, it's no longer cool and the kids move on. You recognize no one does 6, 7 anymore? It's because all the old people like me have started doing 6, 7. And so all the 15-year-olds are like, okay, now we need a new lingo because this is played out at this point. I'm hoping, and hell, I even used to put it in real world. I think superhero movies are going to go the same way. I love the Marvel movies. It's a weak point of mine. But I think there's enough 15 and 16-year-olds seeing enough 30 and 40-year-olds be super into Marvel and DC, and they're like, okay, well, that's old people stuff. I'm going to go find the thing the 15-year-olds like. And that's what's ultimately going to usher the superhero movie phenomenon out of the limelight entirely. I have a feeling that the same thing is happening with the grifter sphere right now. That young people are seeing their parents, their older siblings, all of the older generations in society very obviously falling for a con man, and they are not going to be susceptible to it. The problem is, and you can look at any fallen empire to see how this plays out. If you leave a vacuum in those moments, anybody can step in. And normally, in a power vacuum, who steps in is the shittiest person, unless there's already levers in place. Like, God forbid, if the Constitution in America collapsed and we had to remake ourselves as something else, it wouldn't be the empaths who ended up taking control. You know what I mean? We got to do it through the levers of power that already exist. And so I say that little tangent there to say that Plattner to me represented a possible path forward for younger people to kind of cling to of what it means to be a progressive. And by people, I mean white people, because people of all marginalized communities are whooping ass in that regard already, and white people are a little slow on the uptick. Hell,